So additional to what I've done as both a teacher of 12 years and a performer of over 20, I actually faced my own setbacks. Over 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with hypothyroid disease at quite a severe level, which, if any of you know, is the closest thing to your vocal folds and sits right here at the throat area. And so that involved obviously 4 years of treatment and 2 years of radioactive chemo treatment, in which for me to get better. But obviously I faced my setbacks, because what that actually meant was that I lost my voice for quite some time and was unable to obviously fulfill my roles on the stage. So I took a little bit of a break, but in that time had to work at a really high level with a lot of coaches to get back on my feet. The things that I obviously learnt from having lost my voice, which had never actually happened to me before, and I'm not just talking a little bit of it, I'm talking the entire deal, and to get that back up to a professional level in the time that I have, has taken quite a lot of resources. Being such a unique situation, had to obviously develop as a teacher and as a performer in which to develop tools to be able to deal with this. So the extra training that was required for me to recover from that burst of chemo sessions and obviously thyroid disease meant that I was working with some pretty specialist coaches who taught me a lot more about the voice than I could even possibly imagine. And I myself had to develop a lot of creative tools alongside this to be able to aid my recovery. What that allowed me to do is have a really big insight into what it was like to never have a voice or even have an instrument, to start something from scratch. And so alongside my knowledge that I had already had, and then also in my teaching throughout that entire period, meant that I could actually develop a method that could quickly gauge like vocal problems, but also develop foundations in people really quickly, certainly quicker than what was traditionally expected of a voice. So that's then led to the HOV method, which is absolutely integral to the training here, and has forged amazing results